and Reagan biographer Craig Shirley reminded us a short time ago just how deep their love affair went.
In the 1960s, politically, Stu Spencer was going on a political trip with Reagan, and Nancy Reagan drove them to the train station in Los Angeles, and she got out and bade him goodbye, and the two of them were hugging and embracing and staring into each other's eyes as the businessmen came and went, the sky cabs came and went, and they were just completely oblivious to it. And Stu later told me, he said he'd never witnessed such unconditional love among a man and a wife for each other. They were just utterly complete, and they were perfectly happy being alone together, riding horses or at the Camp David or, in canoes or at the ranch.
And she was also known as President Reagan's protector, particularly after Ronald Reagan was shot by a would-be assassin. Would you describe her as tough in the way that she loved him?
She was tough. She really came down, as you can imagine. She came down very hard on the Secret Service after the assassination attempt, and really insisted that they do a thorough review of their policies and beef up their strategy for protecting the president, which of course they did do. They felt horrible about it. They felt responsible for it. But don't forget too is that he was the first president since William Henry Harrison to beat the 20-year jinx. And maybe that had to do something with Nancy Reagan. Every 20 years since 1840, a president had died in office until Ronald Reagan in 1980. So maybe she had something to do with it. But she didn't get involved in policy so much, although she did say that she slept with the President of the United States, and so she would use that access and that influence to help him along as she saw fit. But she really didn't get involved with nuclear policy or tax policy or things like that. But she would, if there was personnel problems, she would offer her advice or her suggestions. He would ask her advice, and she gave him very frank counsel. They really were. He was a much better person, a much better candidate when she was with him. One aide said she was a great balm to him on the campaign trail.
And of course, she was by his side every step of the way as he was suffering Alzheimer's disease before his death. She also broke away with fellow Republicans in backing stem cell research as a way to possibly find a cure for Alzheimer's. Talk to us a bit about her legacy.
Well, I think Nancy Reagan will go down as not just as a first lady, but as a great lady. She raised millions for Alzheimer's research. She did much for drug abuse in America with the Just Say No campaign. She raised money for Vietnam POWs when they came back in the 1970s. So she had plenty of causes. I think it was a myth to think that she didn't have causes like Jackie Kennedy or Rosalind Carter or Betty Ford or whoever. She did a lot of good charitable works for people, and of course, devoted herself also to his legacy, and his library was going to make sure that Reagan wasn't forgotten. And I think we can all agree that Reagan has not been forgotten, and she deserves a lot of the credit for that.